Hey, yo, what up? Welcome back. There's Not a Podcast. It's just my thoughts with Rob Markman. Shout out to everybody who's been rocking with me for the whole ride, but especially today. We've had a lot of news to report today. On the positive side in the earlier part of the day, but this is negative. This is real terrible news to report. But Tory Lanez, he was stabbed earlier this morning in a California prison where he's serving his 10-year sentence after he was convicted in the shooting incident involving Megan Thee Stallion. Credit goes to TMZ for breaking the news, so shout out to TMZ. The incident took place at 7:20 a.m. It sounds like the guards immediately responded, got him medical attention, and called 911. He's now in a hospital recovering. And this evening, there was an update posted to Tory Lanez's verified Instagram account. I'll read it out to you. It says Tory was stabbed 14 times, including 7 wounds to his back, 4 to his torso, 2 to the back of his head, and 1 to the left side of his face. Both of his lungs collapsed, and he was placed on a breathing apparatus. He is now breathing on his own. Despite being in pain, he is talking normally, in good spirits, and deeply thankful to God that he is pulling through. He also wants to thank everyone for their continued prayers and support. Just a few months ago, I was talking about Tory's Peterson album, which he recorded over the phone in jail and used technology to really give like a clean audio experience and to give it that studio feel. Much of the album dealt with Tory's experience while being locked up. He talked about his dispute with his own legal team and how he felt betrayed by members of his legal team. Spoke about missing his children, getting drunk off of prison wine that they make in prison. White lightning is what they called it. Connecting with Max B, who was also incarcerated. So a lot of the album dealt with the reality that he was facing while locked up, and the violence, the feuds, the danger is an unfortunate part of the reality. Also, sadly, but glad to hear that he's pulling through. It was thankful to hear that statement that he's pulling through. Tory is as controversial a figure as you can have in music right now. He was convicted in December 2022 of assault with a firearm, illegal possession of a firearm, and negligent discharge of a gun, all in connection again with that 2020 incident where Megan Thee Stallion was shot. There's a good deal of music fans and Tory fans in particular who feel, despite the conviction, that he was wrongfully imprisoned, that he didn't do it. Quite frankly, is what many of his fans feel, that he didn't shoot Megan. And then there, of course, the people who believe that he is guilty and the conviction was correct and he is right where he needs to be. And especially online, there's the back and forth. There's the two sides. You hear me talk about a lot about the fandoms and the sides, and some people believe what they believe, but some people kind of just like are on the side, right? There's two sides of it is what I'm getting at. And we see it a lot. I just want to be clear that no matter what you believe, guilty or innocent, wrongfully in prison or right where he needs to be, that this is just terrible. Tory was in prison serving the time that he was given. To be stabbed 14 times, and this is my opinion. This part is my opinion. This is me going out on a limb. I don't know for sure, but for him being stabbed 14 times doesn't seem like a small or like random occurrence. 14 times feels very deliberate. It feels like somebody was trying to kill him, attempted to kill him, like just quite frankly, which is scary. And I don't know the motivations at all. So that part is just my opinion, but 14 times is a lot. There's speculation already swirling around what it was over, but nothing is confirmed. So I'm not going to speculate on that part. You know what I'm saying? But this also just speaks to overall the conditions in prison and how does somebody get rehabilitated, in a place like that. It's tough. So, just a lot to kind of process when we think about this and stuff. But, for anybody that's going through it in family and kids who have parents in prison and mothers who have sons and daughters in prison and these are the horrible things that people hear every day that they have to contend with of the shit that goes on from people serving time. But hopefully Tory pulls through. That statement seemed positive, and he was on the road to getting better. So hopefully he pulls through. But those are just my thoughts. You can talk about it in the comments, but like I'm always say, like, be respectful, be human. Be empathetic. You don't have to agree. We all don't have to agree with each other, but respect each other. All right? Peace.